Breaking news happened while we were recording our episode. You get a 2-for-1 special. All this and more on Gridiron Gambit.
Welcome, Chiefs Kingdom. Thanks for tuning in to this Red Kingdom Media production, bringing you raw, authentic Chiefs coverage. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on your team. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
Let's work. Hey.
All right, welcome back to another edition of Gridiron Gambit. I'm your host, Dale Fowler, along with my buddies on this breaking news episode. I got Clinton, Lonnie, and also Rod joining us live. So how y'all doing today, man?
Crazy.
How y'all doing tonight? I see some faces. I see some laughs. I see some seriousness. But man, y'all can see it right now. So the breaking news is L'Jarius Sneed, two-time Super Bowl champion with the Kansas City Chiefs, has been traded to the Tennessee Titans for a 2025 third-round pick and also a 2024 pick swap with the Tennessee Titans. And he also signed a massive deal, a 4-year deal worth $76 million with $55 million guaranteed. It will be $19 million a year. So he does get the long-term deal that he was looking for. A lot of us in Chiefs Kingdom right now, we were expecting this, but I think might be flabbergasted by what we have received back in compensation in the trade. And right now you see that a lot of us are not really happy about it. I think we knew this was a possibility, but we're not satisfied with what we got back, but we will see how it goes. So just to go ahead and start this off, Lonnie, because you definitely been talking about this a lot in every segment that we had about L'Jarius Sneed, that literally has been your focal point. So what are your thoughts about this trade that the Kansas City Chiefs has done with the Tennessee Titans?
Well, when you look at it, it's not the trade that I think that we all were thinking of as far as compensation goes for a generational type talent that we know L'Jarius Sneed is. However, I feel like this is a situation that we've seen with Tyreek Hill. We knew this was a possibility going into this, being something that we've been talking about. I thought we were getting closer. Evidently, I was wrong. Evidently, we were getting closer as time went on. It was just a matter of finding the right suitor. If this was the best that they could do for L'Jarius Sneed, I mean, man, the quarterback market, I'm scared. Man, it's not good at all. But I'm happy for him. He got paid. He got his payday. Obviously, what they were saying was absolutely true. They were not willing to pay him that $19.8 million. As you can see, he found another suitor, and got some guaranteed money. But I didn't like the compensation that the Chiefs got whatsoever. I feel like the Chiefs got holes in this situation. But I think it's only time will tell with being what picks they use, how we use these 2 picks that they received. But it's nowhere near, I think, the compensation that I think that we all were expecting for such a really, really good corner. At least a top, I think a top tier corner in the league, top 3, top 4 corner in the league. So if not the best corner in the league. So we definitely got hosed. But I mean, all you can do is continue to keep moving.
Clayton, what's your thoughts?
It almost feels like a gut punch, at least with what you see as the compensation. He seemed like he wanted to stay here, so it seemed like most of the blame then has to go on the organization for not trying to keep that relationship strong to get a long-term deal. But it's clear that the Chiefs valued Chris Jones more for that defense, and all that conversations from the Indianapolis Colts that didn't happen. But I think all the people down there in Indianapolis are going to be kind of upset that this is what it took for Tennessee to acquire a top 5 cornerback talent like L'Jarius Sneed and not even completely set the market and break the bank, so to say. And the the guaranteed money that came out, that was less than the franchise tag. The Chiefs were willing to do that, but L'Jarius was not. So it was longevity. I think if you're a L'Jarius, this is probably about the best spot you could go to, other than straight up New Orleans. He's about almost as close to home as he can be. So I know that community is very important to L'Jarius. So maybe if that was a factor, if it was Tennessee versus Indianapolis, maybe L'Jarius had a final say in where he ended up, and Tennessee ended up being one of those places he wanted to. Obviously, they're not Tennessee Titans. They're not as formidable as a foe right now as they were when they were stronger with Derrick Henry and Mike Vrabel. But we'll have to definitely keep track on the AFC South going forward and seeing what a difference he makes, similar to the way Charvarius Ward made a difference to the San Francisco defensive back.
Okay. Right, what you got to say?
Well, yeah, still trying to catch my breath on this gut punch. To me, I feel like Tennessee didn't have to give up much of nothing. When you look at the contract wise, it was pretty much around the same thing that the Chiefs was going to give him. So there was no much of a big difference. I think he made more money on the franchise tag than what he considerably got on this long-term deal. So then when you look at the pick compensation, I mean, I think the Chiefs would have ended up with a third round pick regardless. And so even if it being a next year pick, still to me it's like only thing you're doing this year is just swapping 7th round picks. So all in all, you got him on a bargain. You got him on a bargain, and it's like you more hoping he can continue on what he did in Kansas City, and you hoping that wasn't his peak, and now he's on his decline. But at the same time, it's like it makes me really think, like, well, what was the purpose? Well, what was the real purpose of going, and then to have word come out that you wanted to reset the market and everything, and yeah, you somewhat have the leverage because of what your play on the field, but at the same time, it's like if you knew you wasn't going to get that, I would have took any offer that the Chiefs would have gave me. I would have tried to take that, and because you be in a much more better situation, for your legacy wise, for your career wise. This is now you going to a first time head coach in a new system, new defense. Everything is new, and it's like you really took a step back, and not even just one step back. You took a jump. You took a real far leap back, but at the end of the day, the money was the money, and he got the money. So that's all it is at the end of the day. And the Chiefs, if we look at the positive side of it, at least they got $20 million back to the salary cap to what we have now. So I think we had about around 10 million or so left. We add that 20 went to it, so we can make some good moves that can put us further ahead. But it's just
I think at this point it makes it give it what you just said. It freed up money, but in our previous show we mentioned there's no good free agents left, and that it would all be draft. So you don't need money for a bunch of draft picks. You need a certain amount of money to sign draft classes. but you don't need tons of draft and actual money capital to spend to make both moves. So maybe if Sneed was not the long-term extension, maybe then it, hands the contract numbers right over to, is it Nick Bolton? Is it Creed Humphrey? We said Trey Smith's going to get the bag. I don't think the Chiefs are willing to pay the same amount of money they're paying Jawan Taylor just for a guard. So we might know kind of the answer to that question there. But it's clear that the Chiefs now have money, but we already discussed there's no big free agents to bring in. So what would the extra salary benefit the Chiefs for this season?
I don't know. I think they may go get some more weapons offensively. They may not have liked how they looked offensively last year at all. Period, point blank. That's not the team that we know the Chiefs to be, and that's probably not left kind of a sour taste in their mouth from just kind of how they're moving now with the team. And obviously, they feel like Chris Jones is a really big part of the team, and a lot of that defensive line is pushing the team forward. So maybe they go get some help there up front and have some more stout pass rushers. I don't know where they go with it. The safety market is really heavy too. I'm not sure if Justin Simmons is still out there. Patrick Mahomes hates that guy. Has the most interceptions off Patrick Mahomes. So I don't know where they go from here, but I think they're scrambling. They're trying to figure something out because as of right now, I just know the fan base doesn't feel like we got what we deserved for the guy that was one of the best.
Oh, I guess I will interject. There is one player the Chiefs could decide to bring back from their Super Bowl winning roster with this money, Mike Dana, if they choose to. So if they decided they could continue to bring back guys that they considered important defensive linemen, and that could be another name that may or may not get brought up around the draft if he's still available. Because obviously having a history here means a lot.
Yeah. It's tough seeing what's going on, seeing like what's the plans now. Honestly, really I felt like I already knew that this was going to happen and I prepared for this blow. I just don't think I was prepared for what we got back in return. But honestly, I'm not surprised because I saw that before with quarterbacks who were considered top of the market and people just not willing to give up that much for that type of position. So I mean, I'm definitely happy about what he was able to get, even though it was something that was lower than what he could have got here for 1 year. But he probably was definitely big on that 1 year. I mean, he was probably definitely big on just getting a long term deal. And sometimes like people have their niches, what they feel is just important to them that they want to make sure that they have. So in this case, it just to me it shows like maybe Kansas City didn't trust him long term. And I know that's like, are you reaching to say that? But how the medicals keep on coming up, talking about it was a big concern everywhere for like a lot of other teams. Maybe the Titans was just the team that said like we don't care. Because if we get him on this team right here to match him with the cornerback we just signed as well too, we always been a team that had a great defense. We feel like we picked up a great head coach who was offensive coordinator for the Bengals as well, and I think they're going to feel like they can flourish with that with move with Will Levis, and also they had DeAndre Hopkins as well too. So I think they just like they feel like they can probably compete this season and going out to get someone who made a game-winning play in the Baltimore game. It's like, nah, let's go do it. But honestly, you know, the I know we talked about like we wouldn't like any guys in free agency now, but just seeing that report about what they talked about with Xavier Howard, possibly just like be like he's willing to take less money and go to a contender and he's an all pro cornerback. Maybe they feel like let's just do this for a year. Just pick up and plug someone who can just fill in that spot. Just because we feel confident in the secondary that we have anyway. We feel like they already have the chemistry. So it's like, okay, you go there, you're a veteran guy. We can still be able to make some work with you. We still got the guy that we wanted, Chris Jones. So I mean, we'll see how they can figure that out. But yeah, definitely you got more money back. You got more money back, so you can be able to make some decisions and see if you want to bring in some more offensive weapons. Because remember, we only got Isaiah Pacheco and Prince right now as our running back, so we know that we want to add more depth to that position as well, and probably get some guys that can be explosive. But
Yeah, well, when you look at the cornerback market, I think out of the guys out of this cornerback market, I got more faith in Xavier Howard. I like Howard over because he is able to travel. If not, he's able to lock down one side of the field. And the Chiefs know that very well. Even when we did have Tyreek Hill, Xavier Howard locked down a side of the field, and he is a legit Pro Bowl corner.
right.
So I think to me, out of every guy that's available, Xavier Howard is the guy that I would try to, swindle to get on the Chiefs, and possibly looking at this would be that time to probably look at a tackle as well, if need be. I would look at a tackle as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think right now we're just in the moment of processing. After all the information comes out and we see what happened, and then we start getting the thoughts of and hearing like the reports of why they probably did this move. We'll probably start understanding why they went ahead and just got this over with. Just because we've seen this before as well too. Sometimes they don't like this type of stuff to linger.
Yeah.
Because if this is what you got right here, maybe you were getting something worse. Clinton, go ahead.
So what does it say about the confidence that Brett Veach has in the entire team, and more so in the defense, if they take away a weapon like L'Jarius Sneed and still expect the team to three-peat, and we're not going to see the benefits of trading L'Jarius until next season, after the season's completely over with. So what does it say about Brett Veach that they're willing to settle on a third rounder for next year? Like, would we be upset if it was a fourth rounder this year or something? Like, what's the translations between them? Because it feels like a downgrade in what you're getting back, and you're not even acquiring current draft capital, you're acquiring future draft capital, unless you're immediately planning to use that as a trade asset to go higher up in the draft. But Brett Veach likes to make his draft choices at least within the first couple rounds. It's only early on that he never had a first rounder to use. It doesn't mean he'd be, in a hurry to spend one to get something out of it.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I think we may be overvaluing L'Jarius Sneed. Just period, point blank. As like he may not have had the value that we thought he had. Period. Just going into this off season, going into how the Chiefs view him, let alone how the rest of the owners view him around the league. And I say that because the compensation that they were willing to give us, and just the rumors that we kept hearing around L'Jarius Sneed. I love him as a player, but it has to be more to this story that I'm pretty sure, like Dale said, that we'll find out later. That just has us really overvaluing L'Jarius Sneed as a whole. We may have been putting too much value in a situation that was just not really.
Because I'm really not saying nothing right now because people under my post like, oh, that's all we got back. I'm looking like, I hope y'all really wasn't thinking we was getting the first or second for him. Like, this wasn't happening. Like, I'm just gonna run it down. This is a 4th round pick, came out of Louisiana Tech, started within the nickel and dime, got better. Travarius Ward left, moved to the outside, always been solid in covering. You know he can make plays on the ball. This year was that year. This was the year, like, where he was just locked down. because in previous years it was times he did get beat a couple times in the slot. Like, they scored on him, but it was cool. Like, he still made the plays that he needed to make, but he showed himself as an outside corner. So at the end of the day, a lot of teams is looking like, be honest with you, bro, like, we're not about to give him the bag like that. Like, he's not about to reset the market. We're going to give him this long-term deal. So we're not about to give you the world for this. You can have this and we'll take him. And that's where it comes in my mind where, like, I am a Chiefs fan. Like, sometimes we do look into good into everything. Clinton hated that about me in the season. Like, I always found some type of good in some situation. And I'm gonna do it right here as well too. They probably looking like, hey, bitch, he's gonna figure out something. He's gonna try to package that. He's gonna do some moving up in the draft. He's gonna be doing stuff at just random spots. And he tends to overload in certain areas where he's like, all right, we just lost a L'Jarius Sneed, but we do have like a great secondary. I'm gonna just make some of these guys play this year. Let's probably overload the offense. Let's go back to being like, beat us, try to score 50 against us. Let's do that again.
Yeah,
let's do that again. Like, we got bored. Like, because y'all as fans this year, y'all wasn't really messing with the defense being raw like that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was really loving it. Y'all was like, nah, this is boring. Like, Patrick Mahomes making me mad. I need somebody as a deep threat. He's probably gonna be like, okay, all right, fans, let's go do it again. Go get a deep threat. Let's go win the Super Bowl like this. I'm gonna do it however y'all want me to. You want me to go ahead and trade Patrick Mahomes? Go get Lamar? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. He's never going to do that in life. But you see these guys are expendable. That's all I say. Like, anybody but Patrick Mahomes is like, you can go out. We'll figure something out. But what happened is just you know what we got in return. What happened to Kansas City was like, you want to go here because they offer you this? We'll go ahead and let you. What happened? They just been like, you earned your way out of here.
Yeah.
I know it sucks, but who maybe they were being genuine. Like, he probably said, I want to go to Tennessee. Possible. So we'll see. But anything else y'all want to add? Because I think like we really.
No, let's see what the rest of the stories come out. I think we'll find out more information as the days go on. So just look forward to the next episodes coming out. We have more information.
Man, thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Clint.
I guess we'll see what moves are made now, because obviously the Chiefs aren't weak at corner now, but their best or second best player at the position is gone. So they're going to want to continue to throw bodies at that position. Will it be a veteran? Will it be a higher round selection than the Chiefs are expected? Obviously, last season we didn't see a high-end cornerback get selected, but the year before that was Trent McDuffie. So that you could say that was a 2-year move to have L'Jarius Sneed ready to go. With all the talk about the offense being the best and being pushed up the first round, let's see if another late round cornerback is something that Brett Veach is targeting as a move to replace L'Jarius Sneed. Let's just have fun with it.
Yeah, let's see. I can't wait. We definitely got a lot more stuff to talk about. This is not going to be the last time we talk about it as well. But we had to get something out there. Just it's breaking news. We was expecting it, but it did come a little quick. But yeah, but before we go ahead and close out, just make sure to follow us on all social media platforms at Red Kingdom Media. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel as well too, and click that notification bell. That way you can get all the new videos that we get that we have pop up when we go ahead and drop them. Make sure to check out our video that just got posted as well too, where we're talking about the 2024 draft, talked about Rodney's mock draft as well too, and we took a deep dive into that. So check out that Substack. Also subscribe to that Substack as well, and become a paid member. That way you can get the exclusive content and also see when we go deep into this stuff as well too. We definitely got more coming out, and then we got to talk about the L'Jarius Sneed. So we got a lot of stuff coming up for that, and make sure to check out our older videos, and also help us get to 100 subscribers, please. We have a big mega show for y'all. We have fun. We go live because we got the draft coming up too, and we're gonna have fun with y'all on that. So just come on, just show us some love. But that's all we have for this edition of Gridiron Gambit. We hope you all have a wonderful night. If you're somewhere else, hopefully a wonderful morning or a wonderful day. And as always, go Chiefs.
Thanks for checking out this update straight from the heart of Chiefs Kingdom. We appreciate your passion, so please leave a like and follow us wherever you tune in from. See you next tailgate, your trusted source for all things Chiefs, Red Kingdom